Hey guys, welcome back to Schneid's 15. I apologize if the camera quality or audio is a little off. I'm filming on my iPhone. I forgot my good cameras in my backpack, which isn't here with me right now. Anyways, we got the base of the motor here. It's ready to go. I got a new gasket down there. We got our dowel here. Dowel there. Got our oil pump, just some oil on it or grease on it, ready to go over. I pulled the oil pump apart, cleaned everything up, torqued them all down, Loctited everything, filled this with oil, the cavity, oil pan's clean. We're ready to drop this motor on. 2 bent valves that I had in the motor. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, here she is. Danny that did the motor, he was running into some issues with time and asked if I could take it somewhere else to get it done, and I really didn't want to do that, so I ended up going over and asked if I could give him some of my help. So I went over and we honed out the cylinders, new piston rings, head gasket, redid all the valves. For anybody that ever commented when I needed the different lifters in here that wanted to help me out, I really appreciate that. But I made it work. What I did was just trim the valve stems to make them have the proper valve clearance. Anyways, we got them all in there and done. Everything's good to go. I just got done. I got some Yamaha bond and did the bottom crankcase. Everything is done, oiled up and refreshed and ready to go. I'm just gonna hit this with a bit of brake clean and clean up our mating surface here. I got oil on the pins. So you can see I greased each end right there. You can see that there's a little sliver coming out there and there. That's sealed. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm just gonna wipe that oil free just in case. Probably doesn't matter, but yeah, we're gonna get that done and then drop her down onto the motor. We'll hopefully film the rest of this with my good camera, but for now, all you got is the iPhone, and yeah, we're gonna pop this into gear. I got it in forwards right now, so I can rotate this propeller, and you'll see right here that rotates. Then I can line it up the splines with the crankshaft splines on there. So we're gonna get this thing over there and drop her on. So we got the good camera now. I did that intro on my iPhone. Now I got the G7X here, my good camera. Anyways, here she is. I kind of got a hold of this. I've been helping out a buddy with some work, so got a hold of this last night, working on it myself. Thankfully, out of everything that I missed was one little pivot bolt. It was the only thing I lost out of the whole thing. So we're all timed up with the timing belt. Everything's put back into its factory places, and we're ready to go. I just got her hanging here on my jack stand, so we're ready to go. Just gonna back the boat right in here. I was gonna use the tractor, but I'll be honest, I hate using the tractor because it's just not solid. So and I find if you hang it with just that back loop, they hang pretty level, and you can, I can move this very easily, so it's easy to bolt up that way. So anyways, guys, you can watch me back in the boat motor, or the boat, and we'll get started here. So the way that this garage is, it's hard to get the boat positioned this way in the garage, just because I can't back up and get my car over there because there's rock in the way, so I can't do that. So I'm just gonna try and jack up the trailer. This boat only weighs like 600 or 700 pounds, I think, and plus the trailer. So we're just gonna try and jack it up and pull the whole boat this way. That's pretty close. Hey, sometimes plans work out. All right, we gotta go up. All right, I'll come back another foot here or so and we'll be ready to go. All right, so I'm just rigging up the power here. Just temporarily for now, just so I can operate my trim and tilt here, because the motor isn't sitting perfectly. I find it's fine for me, I find it fine, but I just tilt the tilt bracket and it'll line up with your transom angle. So that's what we're doing right now. And conveniently I can't get to my bench over there because it's all blocked in, so we're just using an adjustable. Oh, I might have to though. Yeah, maybe I can go under. Alright, we're good to bring her down now. So I caulk up all my holes, guys, and then I caulk the inside, outside, bottom, then we seal it against with the top bolts only. It'll hold it for now, and then we do the bottom, so I'm going to lower it down now. And you got to remember that you always put your steering cable in first, because some boats you can clear them, it's very rare. Some you can, I think on this one I can, but most you can't get in after, so always remember that. It's a common mistake to get a mount it and go, ah, damn. Alright, so I'm pretty sure my camera just died about halfway through that. Anyways, we're bolted on there, guys. All went well. I rigged up battery cables, all my cables, everything's just kind of roughly in there for now, but everything's rigged up in that department. On the far side here, well, I got fuel going to it, new fuel filter in there. The engine rebuilder, Denny, he lent me this gauge so I can manually read the oil pressure rather than with my gauge, because it just tells me if it's good or bad, which we don't want. So anyways, I can see it here. His instructions, we coated everything with oil, main bearings and everything. I'm to crank the motor over until I get good oil pressure without the spark plugs in, so there's no pressure on any of the rods or bearings or anything. So anyways, we're gonna go out and get the hose rigged up and start cranking her over. I checked that my gauges, everything works, so that's good. Alright, so I got the water all rigged up on it. Just put some oil in it, or added oil I should say. Put the cap back on. had a little bit of spill. I just started turning it over a little bit, and I couldn't get any oil to come through, so I had to pull off the filter because I figured maybe it was restricting it because there was back pressure. So I pulled it off, oil started to come out, put the filter on, started it up, or turned it over. Now we're gonna make sure that we still got pressure. So I'm just gonna zoom this in here for you guys. So we got no spark plugs in, just so there's no pressure on anything. I'm gonna turn it over for a while. We'll make sure that we got good pressure. I'd call that good pressure. I'm gonna turn it over a little bit like that just to make sure it gets everywhere before I start it. There, that should have oil everywhere. I'm gonna just check that my timing's all good now that I've ran it around like that. It should be. We're just gonna check that, throw the spark plugs in, and then we'll see how she starts. All right, we got good oil pressure. Be a buzzer when I start it, but see if it starts. Alright guys, so I just threw the boat away. We had a thunderstorm come through. I had to throw the camera inside. It's March 11th. We had a thunderstorm, which is totally weird for in Ontario, Canada. Anyways, got the boat away. As you can see, it runs good. I'm so happy, guys. That thing's been on my mind since like August of last year about getting it done, finding parts. Anyways, it all went together good, started up good, and I am so happy. It looks good also. It runs good. I'm so excited for boating this year. That thing is gonna be like probably 5 times better on fuel than my old Johnson V4. But that V4 ran good, and if anybody wants it, let me know. I'm gonna sell it. It's a V4 115. Well, it's got 115 carbs on it. It was a 90, so it runs a little bit rich at idle, but you get the top end out of it from what I could find on the old Johnson specs. But anyways, gained a lot of horsepower for just carburetors. A little bit finicky if you want to go fishing or something. It's not a motor for that, but if anybody's interested, it's a good motor, runs really good, and I've been running it for 2 years now. Good 120 psi compression on each cylinder and stuff. Anyways, not about selling the motor. We're done, and thanks for everybody that offered help on that Yamaha over the winter, about those valve lifters I was looking for, just everything that people helped me with. I really appreciate the comments, guys, and the help. I ended up just trimming the valves actually and fitting them myself, and instead of buying new lifters, because they were 50 bucks a piece, times 16 is 800 bucks. So trim the valves took me like 2 hours to do at the machine shop, and we were set to go. So I would have filmed at the machine shop, but I didn't know if the rebuilder was good with it or not. And then right when I was bringing back, or right when I was buttoning up the motor, just putting on the lower case, ready to put it inside, he said, "I thought you would have had your camera over here." And so I probably could have had my camera over there the whole time showing us rebuilding the motor. It would have been nice. But anyways, it's done now and in, and I am super happy to have it going and have it on the boat. So thanks for watching, and give the channel a like and a subscribe. We're gonna start out with some king quad videos again now that everything's thawing outside. It is melting so fast. The water's coming through here just like it's just crazy how fast it's coming through. So we're gonna be in the ATV season sooner than later. So thanks for watching, and please give the channel a like and a subscribe. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and please give the channel a like and a subscribe. If my videos interest you, please click on my channel and check out my other videos.